And everyone is wearing white to Carmen's funeral because Carmen was light. Carly, look at her outfit, y'all. I can't. Like, even it looks even worse in the mirror. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Justamomthatsims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Herd Family Legacy Adventure. This is a Sims 4 generation story. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. You can see that we are starting the episode with little Myla Hawata Herd. He will be our next generation. Gen 5-star Myla and his dad Juan, who is actually comforting him because his grandmother was here on a stayover, his grandmother Carmen, and she actually passed away. She was a triplet and she was the last of the triplets. So Juan is just trying to offer Myla comfort because you can see how sad he is. Myla is out here taking a walk. She didn't even change clothes. She is just thinking about what happened with tears in her eyes. She's texting, just trying to notify everyone of what's going on, especially her dad, Caden, who is in truth her stepfather, but he's raised her since she's 2, so that is her dad. And so she's texting him to let him know he'll be over. And in horrible timing, it is Family and Friends Day. What they're gonna do is probably just have a Remembrance Day where the family just gets together and does just a little bit of bonding. They'll just probably come over to Myla's house. We're gonna have a funeral for Carmen tomorrow. And we're going to have it at the place where her and Kaden got married at the chapel. So that's the plan. And that's the goals for the episode. Stated plainly. Milo is pooping in the potty. Juan is going to sleep. So what he's going to do is go ahead and get Milo a snack. Let's just do pancakes and berries. He can go ahead and clean the poop out of his potty because it's pretty bad. Then Juan is going to get some sleep because he's hoping that Milo will be back. And she's actually in the rain playing the guitar. Milo hasn't played the guitar in a long time, but that's what she was feeling like doing. But I think it is time for her to go back home so that Juan can get just a little bit of rest soon. He's gonna come over here, just try to clean up the house. We did get a new maid by default, but we just haven't seen her because it's the weekend. Did he finish eating? No, he got him too soon, so I'm just gonna let him finish. And Myla is back. She's gonna come right in and she's gonna go straight to Juan. They're gonna just kind of step away from Myla because Myla doesn't want him to know just how bad she's feeling. And Juan is hugging her and he's just telling her that it's gonna be okay. He's going to console her, but one thing about Myla, and it's consistent, when Myla gets sad, she wants to woohoo. This was even a thing during her postpartum, and Juan is bone tired, but he's gonna go. That's gonna help him too because he is sad about her mom. And poor Milo, he is just here, but I think that when they finish, that Myla is gonna read him to sleep, and she's pleasantly satisfied from good woohooing. And with her being out in the rain and then also grieving, and she's starting to get angry, so we definitely want to get her some help because we don't want that to negatively impact the household. The household already has enough trouble. This is what grief is looking like for them. Myla has lost a mother, and this is not just any mother. This is a woman who was her biological aunt, and Carmen took her in when her mom, who was Carmen's triplet, Liliana, just left her, just abandon her. She is gonna just read him to sleep, and we are gonna do counseling before we rest. We just got 2,600 simoleons for our royalty report. Myla is back. She's gonna get a little sleep because she needs to cook. We'll be back. Juan isn't fully rested, but he's going to get up. He is in mourning still, and Myla is already grieving, and the reason why is because her uncle, which was her mother's triplet, the other triplet, he passed a few days ago. You know, they just had the funeral, and her mom was the last of the triplets, so she can't say that she's surprised, but it doesn't hurt any less. One is just taking a shower. He's gonna brush his teeth, and then he's gonna come on and do his best to start cooking. Now, One is not the best cook, but I think we could probably get a simple granny's recipe, and he could barbecue. He definitely could do some barbecue chicken. Maybe he could eat. I want him to take care of himself as well. Mila's doing pretty good. He's just gonna sit out here and rock because sometimes grief looks like rocking. And he did not even eat. So let me just tell him to try to eat. It's like he's having problems just getting himself going. With him not being the best cook, it's not hard for him to be like, I can't do this. Milo and Myla are still asleep. The get together will start in 1 hour. One is going to cook the wings, but he knows that people will bring food over. So I am going to try to have Myla bake a dessert. Myla is going to get up even though she just doesn't feel like doing much. And we'll let Myla wake up on his own. She's going to go ahead and cook this cake now. She knows, as is typical and custom, that people will bring food. They know that somebody passed, they will bring food. One, he got the barbecue chicken done. I think that one is going to do something for him, and that's going to be to go to grief counseling real quick. He may be a little bit late getting back, but he can't be there for Myla if he doesn't help himself. So he's going to go and get that done. He'll be back. But Myla is cooking a cake, and I forgot the name of it, but it's like a German-inspired cake. It's modded. Myla did change clothes. Hopefully everybody just comes in because we don't want to be out in the rain. Oh my gosh, her ex-best friend Lisa showed up. Myla's gonna come in and get some barbecue chicken. Her sister's here, so we're going to comfort the baby bought a potluck item. Will she bring grilled cheese? Myla's gonna come and share the emotional burden with her. She just wants her to know it's going to be okay. You know, mom loved you and dad loves you. They're just going to talk and have this moment. Myla did see Lisa come in, and that said she's going to have it out with her because the last time she saw her, she absolutely threw a drink in her face. This is Mark. This is Myla's ex. So this is her friend Shane. Land grab. Myla has a lot of friends that she's met along the way. Her and Mark had a little argument the last time they saw each other. She's going to tell him that she's engaged now, and she's going to thank him for coming. He didn't know that she was engaged, but he did know that she was living with someone. So you may ask why Mark would come. Well, Mark came because he was her next door neighbor all her life growing up. You can see he's happy about the engagement. They had like a moment with like a hug and some flirts. At the end of the day, Mark is going to be a friend because Mark loves Myla. And again, he grew up next door to her family, so he's lived next door to Carmen. Now, Myla does see her dad, Caden, here, and she wants to check on him because he's smiling, but she knows that Caden, he had a really rough life growing up. I'll link the episode at the end of this episode, but there's an episode when Caden and Carmen are getting serious after they met, and Carmen had been through astronomical heartbreak, but Caden had a very, very rough life growing up. We talked about how Caden kind of restored Carmen's faith in men, but also Carmen saved Caden. She didn't realize it at the time, but she was the family that he had not had. Her and Leland, because Leland was his best friend, and that's how he met his best friend's sister, and they got married. Myla, give him the biggest hug because she will always be grateful for what a good man he was. How he was her dad without hesitation, without judgment, without any conditions. That's the actual definition of unconditional love. Real life lesson in a sense for there are people like that. People do not have to be blood relatives to be important in your life. And that's what Myla experienced with Caden as her dad. And in return, she taught him how to be a father so that when he had these two, he knew what to do. And his son, because they had 3 more children together. They share a lot of firsts, and Myla is just following her dad around because she just is so grateful for him. Oh my gosh, they killed that cake. It is gone. The kids are eating grilled cheese. Myla's asking Caden if he would like grandchildren, and all this is they've been talking about adopting, and everything's been so sad. Myla's gonna come over and also hug Carly. Carly is her current best friend and her aunt, but she is the baby of the family. She can only imagine how hard it is for Carly losing most of her siblings. The only sibling she has left is Gabriel. He's her adopted brother. We haven't talked to Gabriel in a while, haven't seen Gabriel. I'm gonna scroll through real quick just to see. There he is. And it looks like he didn't come. So we're gonna quickly invite Gabriel over. And I think he's in deep grief because when her grandmother Lena adopted Gabriel, he was already an older child. He actually was able to meet his birth mother. The family just took him in in and supported him 100%. We're gonna just see if Gabriel shows up, but it looks like a lot of the potluck food has been eaten. Juan is so tired, but he's gonna clean up. Then he's gonna come over and talk. Now this is Davion Palmer. Davion was Carmen's ex, and he looks a fool today, y'all. I'm sorry, he does. But this is Myla's biological dad. So Myla is going to come check on him. Myla is saying, I got engaged, but I lost mom. She doesn't know how to feel. And you know she's desperate when she's crying in front of Davion, because Davion has just never been that dad to her. So I'm proud that he could even just reach out. But now he's immediately clowning. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna lash out, because she's already having issues, and she's like, just leave. One is gonna potty train Milo too. But while she's at it, she's gonna go have out some other beefs that she has. And Milo's looking for Lisa so she can get their issues aired out. Okay, here she is. And what she's gonna do is just ask her to talk, because at the charity event Myla threw a while ago, and I want to show you, like, she got this golden check for raising the money. Lisa threw a drink in her face, and it started before that. It seems like when she got pregnant and moved in with Juan, that's when Lisa started acting out, and I honestly think she was jealous. I really do. So she's coming over, and she's gonna say, can you come talk? She doesn't want to do this in front of anybody, so she's gonna come in. Oh, she also needs to pee. She's gonna try to wait until everybody is done. She's gotta pee, but everybody's like talking to her, so she's gonna run to the restaurant real quick. Everybody should be leaving soon. She needs to hug her brother too before he leaves, so she's gonna catch him because he was a mama's baby. You know, their mom always worked. She's just talking about how he used to act up as a kid, and their mom would come home and fuss at him because he would just show out so much. Oh, we got food everywhere. Oh, well, that's a good meal, but we've got hot dogs, tofu dogs. I'm gonna get one to get him to clean up, and he needs to eat. Actually, Mila's cleaning up, but it's 4 in the morning. Myla hasn't spent a lot of time with Milo, so she's gonna go get him a bath when his dad finishes playing with him, because he was just playing with him. She's gonna get ready to call Lisa, or actually she'll do it after the funeral. She definitely doesn't have time. Let's go ahead and get leftovers, because Myla needs to shower. Let's get our baby to sleep. We'll be back at the funeral. So we are here at the funeral. Carmen has shown up at her own funeral, and everyone is wearing white to Carmen's funeral because Carmen was light, and that's that. I'll have to show y'all this so we can get our little chuckle out the way. They dressed Milo in a dress as a girl because they're gonna come with the right outfit for the funeral, but honey, I'm telling you, why is my baby in a dress? But I digress. He didn't have anything white. Myla is going to drape the casket. This is just so hard for Myla. It's one of those moments where she just feels like she's losing everyone, and she doesn't know how to take that. What can you do when someone passes? So Myla is just gonna try to get everyone together. Let's get the guests to come in. Let's get them to come and sit down. Let's get our baby to take a nap, as a matter of fact. What she's gonna do is go ahead and speak about her mom lightheartedly, because she knows that Carmen was light in life, and that's what she would want. But Myla is telling everybody, I could talk about how she impacted my life, but at the end of the day, she was also a politician. She was a politician. She liked attention, and she knew everybody. And she's telling a story about this time that she thought she was getting feisty with the teacher at school, and she did not know that the teacher just knew her mom well enough to call her at work, and her mom was actually giving a speech as a world leader. And Kaden is laughing. She stepped away from the podium in the middle of her speech and told that teacher to put Myla on the phone, and she told her, little girl, if I had to leave this speech to come and get you, I've already had to step away in the middle of addressing other world leaders. I will bop your bop. And they all think that is so funny. Myla is really glad that she went this direction with it. And when she finishes the eulogy, they're gonna go ahead and do their moment of silence. But what I gotta say is that Kaden is still a silver fox, y'all. I just want y'all to see this guy. He is still fine. They're just gonna take this moment to reflect on all that Carmen was, because Carmen was everything. It's just difficult when you lose someone, but for Myla to lose a parent They need to light candles. They're going to do that. Hopefully, everybody can come and do that. We do need to serve some food. So let's go ahead and pick some food. Let's do taco casserole. I see we got some extra choices now. Right now, Milo's just going to get a cupcake. And Milo could eat too. Carmen, even her best friend showed up. Dina Pancakes was Carmen's best friend, and she passed long ago. And she even showed up to the funeral. Myla sees her dad breaking down, and he just needs help. And baby, that's his daughter, and she's like, oh, okay, dad. So we're gonna go ahead and come and give our dad a hug. Sometimes you just need that physical touch, and that's what she's just hugging her dad. She's like, look, what about, that time she caught you eating all the cake that you cooked for our birthday? Myla's just having a bad moment. She is just breaking down. I think that Juan would probably come over, get Myla, because everybody's breaking down. Carly, you're always out of line. Carly's always out of line, but Juan has really been an anchor for her in this moment. And that's a new Maple Bell Sweet Moments mug. Myla's gonna come and open the seed packet because they really need to plant something. These are winter plants. I think a pear tree outside the church is a little different. So I'm gonna send Myla out here. Let's see, how is Milo? Milo is sleepy. I ended up just putting him back in his little outfit. We're gonna call everybody outside. We're telling everybody come on out. And then we're gonna plant this seed. We're gonna water it because this is what we need to do for her mom. Now, in case I didn't explain this, Carmen was a world leader. One of the things she often fought for was to preserve nature. Myla is trying to make a joke. She's just been trying to lighten the mood. Myla is back, and she's just going to tell Juan how much she loves him. Myla writes everything down. That's just her thing. Juan's actually just giving her a quick neck kiss. We're gonna get some more food out because I feel like everybody ate the food, and then we could start something sweet too. Let's do some tartaggian sweet tarts, I think. Okay, our baby is hungry, so we're gonna let him eat. Then Myla is gonna come and just check on him. He just sees everybody sad, and all he knows is that he wants to make his mom laugh. He's like, knock knock, and she's like, who's there, baby? And he's like, baby. And kids and jokes, honey, you just have to laugh, and you have to be like, oh yeah, that is so funny. Now Myla's telling him a story. She's talking about how everything will be okay and how his grandma did these great things. Yeah, I think our baby boy may have really liked that story. And he's actually going to play with a toy. He needs several of his skill points, and it's just kind of quiet at this point. Milo's going to come over and just say, hey, y'all, let's light some candles. One is he's not handling it good. We have Liliana's grave. I just realized that we got Liliana and Carmen's. We need to go bury them at the family home. Or maybe we need to get a cemetery. We right now have been using the home as a cemetery, but I think that I may do my first cemetery bill soon. That won't be the next video you see, but I think we could do that soon. Everybody is trying to dance and cut loose now, and that's one way of dealing with grief. Carly, look at her outfit, y'all. I can't. Even it looks even worse in the mirror. One is thinking, you know what? I could come and entertain everybody. He's like, room, 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 room. Roomba sound, do the room. And he's crying in the middle of the Roomba sound, honey. So, it's not good. Myla's listening to the music. She's just gonna talk to her sister, her youngest sister. Myla is got a headache. She's really ready for this to be over, and we're almost done. But she's talking to her sister because her sister has a birthday coming up. This is her youngest sister, Selena. Myla is feeling supported. Myla is reminded that she is not alone in her grief. The feeling of being loved in such a difficult time is immensely comforting and a reminder of the enduring power of sim connection. We're all gonna go home now, and we'll be right back. Myla she's really tired, but she's gonna invite Lisa over because losing her mother made her realize she cannot do false friends anymore. So oddly enough, Lisa's coming in acting like everything's normal, but Myla is listening to her, but she's talking to her about healthy relationships and what they look like. She's gonna tell her, I didn't like it when you threw the drink on me. You did it when I was dressed up and at my charity event, and it didn't matter where it was just wrong. Weirdly enough, I think that Lisa is trying to flirt with her. They're going to have an argument because Myla is telling her that your behavior is not acceptable, and she's like, I tried to be nice to you because I thought you were going through something. And Lisa's like, well, you were supposed to be a better friend. And Myla's like, I took you on trips with me. I was there for you all the time, and I think you're jealous. Lisa doesn't want to acknowledge that she's jealous. Myla's like, you want the things that I have. So they're just having this argument. And you know what? Myla is not in a mood to let it go. And Myla actually regrets being mean, but she is so tired of this lady. And she's tired of her flirting with her. At this point, Myla is just done. And she is gonna curse her. She's gonna curse her out. And Myla doesn't even like to curse. And she's just like, how were you raised? Why would you think that these things that you were doing are okay? I don't want to be your friend anymore. Lisa's laughing, but it doesn't matter. Some people never will get it. Myla just has to get out of this friendship, and she knows that. So at this point, she's gonna tell her, like, get out of my house. She's just gonna walk away. And this is where we're gonna leave this episode. Myla and Juan have to talk about getting married. They're gonna talk about like how they're gonna do that, what they're gonna do, because it's been so much, and Juan has not wanted to press it. He's wanted to, but he hasn't, because there has been a lot of death in the family. So it's not like he feels like Myla is purposely stalling. But from Myla's point of view, maybe she is a little. I saw Myla will continue to cope next episode with her grief, because losing a mother, when you've had that mother figure in your life, it can be devastating. It can feel emotionally devastating, but death is a part of life, and Myla is going to get help. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.